Welcome to Daily Bible Benefits. Today is Tuesday, January 2nd. On this day in 1980, in a strong reaction to the December 1979 Soviet invasion of Afghanistan, President Jimmy Carter asked the Senate to postpone action on the SALT II nuclear weapons treaty and recalls the U.S. ambassador to Moscow. Today on the podcast, I'll be talking about Paul before the council, Acts chapter 23, verses 1 through 11. And Paul, earnestly beholding the council, said, Men and brethren, I have lived in all good conscience before God unto this day. And the high priest Ananias commanded them that stood by him to smite him on the mouth. Then said Paul unto him, God shall smite thee, thou whited wall. For sittest thou to judge me after the law, and commandest me to be smitten contrary to the law? And they that stood by said, Revilest thou God's high priest? Then said Paul, I wist not, brethren, that he was the high priest, for it is written, Thou shalt not speak evil of the ruler of thy people. But when Paul perceived that the one part was Sadducee and the other Pharisees, he cried out in the council, Men and brethren, I am a Pharisee, the son of a Pharisee, of the hope and the resurrection of the dead. I am called in question. And when he had so said, there arose a dissension between the Pharisees and the Sadducees, and the multitude was divided. For the Sadducees say that there is no resurrection, neither angel nor spirit, but the Pharisees confess both. And these arose a great cry, and the scribes that were of the Pharisees part arose, strove, saying, We find no evil in this man, but if a spirit or an angel has spoken to him, let us not fight against God. And when there arose a great dissension, the chief captain, fearing lest Paul should have been pulled in pieces of them, commanded the soldiers to go down, and to take him by force from among them, and to bring him into the castle. And the night following the Lord stood by him, and said, Be of good cheer, Paul, for as thou hast testified of me in Jerusalem, so must thou bear witness also at Rome. Evil communications. Forsake dangerous association. Health is not contagious, but sickness is. We quarantine yellow fever to keep it out of our country, but we do not bring in health or quarantine it. Sin is catching, holiness is not. Be very careful to whom you give the key of your heart. Look out. This association with us intimate creatures has a tremendous influence on a man's or a woman's Christian character. Lot bought real estate down near Sodom, pitched his tent over against Sodom, then he moved into Sodom, and pretty soon Sodom moved into him. The angel put a hand on his shoulder and said, Escape for thy life, lest thou be consumed. That is the only way for anyone to get out of a dangerous association in business, in politics, or anything else. Christians, the moment you find that you are in any associations that harm and poison your piety, escape out of that place as quickly as Lot deserted Sodom, for there is no safety in remaining there. Thank you for tuning in to Daily Bible Benefits. Have a good and godly day.